Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. Thank you guys so much for checking out this banger of a video. I would appreciate it a ton before we get into it if you dropped a like on it real quick. Helps out the video and my channel a ton. And consider checking out the first link in the description below, twitch.tv/I_am_germ. Obviously, that's my Twitch channel. I'm going to be streaming there a lot more often in the near future. So check it out. That'd be dope. Let's get into it. Probably the biggest news coming out today was about TSM and their coaching staff, and this could obviously have some bigger ramifications on TSM as a whole. It might give us a little bit better indication of who TSM's new head coach is going to be, but where this all starts, where the speculation, rumors, news, all that stuff comes from is this tweet from Curry LOL, who this past season was an assistant coach at TSM, obviously one of the guys under the head coach, who is Bjergsen, who is also rumored to be returning to pro play in 2022. So a lot of people were expecting Curry to maybe potentially become the new head coach for TSM. But he obviously tweeted out this, still contracted with TSM, but I've been given permission to explore options for 2022. Open to all coaching opportunities at the LCS level. You can reach him through his DMs. He says his achievements: 3 Worlds appearances, 3-time LCS champion, 6 LCS finals. This guy has a very good resume. He has a very good background. People speak very highly of him. He's gone around and done very well, coming off last year with FlyQuest, going to back-to-back LCS finals. This year at TSM, obviously they didn't make it to finals, but they had the best record through the regular season. He was also only the assistant coach, working under a rookie head coach, working with a team that didn't necessarily have the most loaded roster in the world, obviously coming off a season with Bjergsen and Doubleth both retiring. So TSM kind of had a tall task ahead of them this year, and still what a lot of people have said Bjergsen, Curry, Kays, all these guys were able to do was still very big. So again, once the news started coming out that Bjergsen was most likely going to be returning to pro play, whether it's on TSM or whoever, obviously that opens up the head coaching position at TSM. And some people expected Curry to slide into that. They're like, yeah, Curry has been doing a good job. TSM brought him in. They obviously think very highly of him. Bjergsen probably likes him as well. So even if Bjergsen's going to come to the team, they're probably interested in him, right? Maybe not so fast. Obviously with him, talking about exploring his options, this makes the idea of him being the next head coach for TSM much more unlikely. And where my mind is going, and a lot of other people, I believe I quoted this tweet. We'll see if we can find that real quick. First of all, Skeleton, he did reply to this and he said, it was just speculation, right, Skeleton? He's talking about the same thing that I'm about to talk about. I tweeted this where I said, I told you so, because I had actually gotten in some arguments with some people on Twitter, on YouTube, on the TSM subreddit a couple weeks ago, because I was saying I didn't think Curry was going to be the next TSM head coach. While it seemed like that was the popular opinion on social media, TSM subreddit, all this stuff, they were so ready for Curry to just slide in that position. I was saying not so fast. And I was also saying I don't think Curry is the best choice. Another interesting thing here is that TSM is kind of exploding. We're hearing all these different rumors about the TSM roster maybe exploding. Now the TSM coaching staff may be exploding. And I feel a couple different ways about that. One, I'm very excited. I am happy in a way. I'm happy with an asterisk, because I've been saying for the past couple of years, TSM is a team who throughout their history has largely kept things in-house. There hasn't been a ton of massive sweeping changes. Generally, it's the same faces, the same names coming in and out of TSM for the last couple of years. And at one point in time, that was awesome. There was great reason for that. This team was always making it to the finals. They were always winning championships. They were always going to Worlds. They were respected domestically and internationally. But things have changed the last couple of years. TSM is not that anymore. They are not this international team that deserves to be respected. They're not even a domestic powerhouse anymore. So I do think it is time for some big sweeping changes, a big massive overhaul. Now, is Curry a part of those guys that's been here for 5, 6, 7 years? No, he's kind of been bouncing around. He's been all over the place. But I do think it is good to change some things. Now, again, I say happy with an asterisk, because just because you change things doesn't always mean it's going to be better. The grass is always greener, but sometimes when you make a change, it ends up being way worse. It is certainly high risk, high reward, because if you keep things the same, TSM's been decent last couple of years. They haven't been ever terrible. They haven't been disgusting. They haven't missed the playoffs or anything like that. And I don't think that's where TSM's headed, but just know, when you change things, it can be for the worse sometimes. But I am happy. I am excited. I do think TSM is making a good decision by doing a big overhaul of the roster, potentially, of the coaching staff. It seems likely. And I just hope they find good replacements everywhere. But either way, I'm excited to kind of usher in a new era of TSM. We have the early days, young Bjergsen TSM, where they did a ton of winning. Older Bjergsen, no Bjergsen era, where they haven't really done much of anything. Now, hopefully, Bjergsen 2.0 with a whole new TSM will be something that's going to make North America proud. TSM fans proud domestically, but hopefully North American fans proud internationally. NA as a whole took a big step up this year, and I think that's something that TSM and Bjergsen and all these guys need to capitalize on. They need to spend this FTX money, go get a good roster, go get all this stuff, and make a run at this thing and do something great, because I think Bjergsen's legacy deserves that. I think TSM fans deserve that, and I think North America, deserves that. And all of League of Legends needs that. The LCS is better when TSM's good. Whether you love him or hate him, viewership's better. It's more exciting. It's more interesting. All that stuff. But what this is leading me towards, is TSM grabs. Obviously, it doesn't have to be TSM grabs, but that has been the rumor. That is what Skeleton is talking about with this tweet here. He's saying it was just speculation, right, Skeleton? Because he had been talking about grabs potentially coming to TSM. And again, people told him, no, they have Curry. Curry's going to be slotting in. Why would they go get grabs? Grabs sucked for G2 this year. They didn't even make it to Worlds, yada, yada, yada. When at the same time, Curry, as the assistant coach for TSM, also didn't make it to Worlds, also didn't have that great of a year, all this stuff. So I think it's kind of weird that people are making those same comparisons. Obviously, I get people saying that grabs, rode the coattails of a stacked G2 roster to all the success and everything they had. But still, Grabs has all that experience from winning. He was still a coach. He still got to be in that winning G2 environment. And he had to take all those good players and make everything work. He had to, make sure they all fit together well. And I think that's something TSM is going to need as well, because TSM is not going to be some rookie team that needs a ton of coaching or a ton of build-up or whatever. Bjergsen is the man at TSM. He is the coach. He is the thing that everyone runs through. He is the leader. So I think Grabs actually fits perfectly into TSM, and I think he is enough of an outsider that can bring that winning attitude and that winning environment and that winning atmosphere to TSM. And also, I know Grabs has talked about bringing his coaching staff along with him, Duffman, some of his analysts, all that stuff. And if TSM is clearing house, getting rid of Curry, maybe clearing out some of their assistants and some of their analysts and everything, it would actually make a ton of sense that Grabs is a free agent. He has this experience. He maybe has a lot what TSM's looking for. TSM's not interested in Curry. They have this open spot. I think they're going to fit together perfectly. Again, this doesn't mean Grabs for sure, but there have been rumors going around that Grabs is, maybe in a bidding war between TSM and Vitality. And TSM has a lot of money. TSM has that FTX money. They have Bjergsen. They are maybe getting reckless. They're maybe making a big splash this offseason. There's a lot of reasons why TSM would be an attractive landing spot. And yeah, I think, TSM Grabs became a lot more likely today. Now, this is a bunch of craziness. It doesn't have to happen. I know some people are saying TSM Jat. Maybe I almost made a video about that because I think that would be funny. I don't expect TSM Jat to happen. Would they drop Ks? I don't know. It's going to depend. I think the head coach, if they do decide for Grabs to be the coach, I think the head coach makes the decisions based on the staff, the analysts, and everything he wants. I don't think it's going to be TSM Zix, and I really hope it's not TSM Zix. But this was some massive, massive news coming out of League of Legends World today. The TSM offseason has already been pretty crazy. It's going to continue to be very, very crazy until we get some official announcements. But it does look like some big changes are coming to both the roster and the coaching staff for TSM. And I personally think TSM Grabs could be on the horizon in the very near future.